This is the Roulette Master, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe by hitting the red subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. Also ring that bell for notifications because I have new content releasing every single day of the week at 8 a.m. And I've received a lot of comments this week from people that really don't like martingale, even if you are waiting for things to bet against, because unfortunately you hit a table maximum, which even if you start with dollar bets with martingale, like 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, eventually it's going to start getting bigger quick, and you're going to hit the table maximum and bust. So obviously it works better if you have a large startup fund and a small starting amount. But the systems that really don't get you in trouble, that you can't hit a table maximum on, are the ones that go up 1 or 2 units at a time instead of doubling the amount each time. Now, some of those systems, if you start with larger amounts, you need a really large startup fund for, and you have to be really patient. So what I've been coming up with today is, number one, a variation of one of the systems that increases 1 unit at a time. And I want to make it for more small rollers, and I want a system that people can play where they feel comfortable that they won't lose very often, as opposed to trying to win a ton of money, because I think there's definitely a demand out there for people that want systems that very rarely lose instead of win a lot quickly. So this is the first one I want to show you, and this is a variation of the Joe and Barnes system. I made an adjustment with the unit size, and we're going to start much smaller, and I'll show you what that adjustment is here shortly. So with this system, we're always betting on first and second 12, and when the third 12 hits, we're going to not bet again until we don't hit a third 12. And I'll go over that for those of you that haven't seen it. But the big difference is going to be this adjustment on the amount that we increase the bet after losses. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll just start with dollar units, because again, this is a system that we want to be, even if we don't win a ton, we want a system that can go a long time without losing. So that's the goal for today. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we lost the first one there, and now we're going to not bet until we don't hit a third 12. Okay, so we can bet now because we didn't hit a third 12. And the original system, we go up 1 unit after losses and we sit out, but now we're going to go up 2 units. And so we're going to go from 1 to 3. Also, the original system required you to get back to where you were before you start back over, and I'll go over that as well. We also want to include that. So we lost again. So you can see now we're down $8, and we're going to sit out until a third 12 doesn't hit. And see, that saves you when you hit multiple third 12s in a row. So we're going to keep spinning. Okay, now we can bet again, but we have to increase by 2 units again. So now we're going to go to 5 instead of 3. Okay, we got a win, but we're still not back to where we were. So when that happens, we don't increase the bet. We just keep it the same. In this case, that'd be 5. Okay, and we lost. So that means we spin without betting. We're down 13 now. So the next one's going to be 7 once we don't hit a third 12. Okay, so there's the 4. So now we're going to go with 7. We're able to spin again because we don't have a third 12. Okay, so we won, but we need to get one more win at 7 before we can start over. Okay, and we got it. So now we would go back to $1 units again. We're up $1, and we're going to be on first and second 12 again. Okay, we won. So whenever you win with this system, you just repeat the bet with $1 on the first and second 12. Okay. And again, the reason this is an important system is because with dollar units only going up $2 after losses, you're never going to reach the table maximum, which is the goal. Because I understand what people are saying when they say that they're really frustrated with martingale because eventually, even if things go well, they lose their bankroll, even if they are waiting for, multiple losses in a row before they start, so they have something to bet against. Okay, so we're getting some wins in a row now. Now we're up $6. And again, we're not going to win the amounts that I usually win on these systems when I bet larger. This is a system for low rollers, but also for anyone that just doesn't want to lose. So again, you're not going to hit the table maximum. Even if you get in a lot of trouble with this, eventually you should recover. And we're up 8 right now. And I'm glad that we had a tough start so you could see how to recover. And now we have another loss. So again, we increased by 2 units, but not until we spin without hitting a third 12. Okay, so now it's time to bet again, and we're going to 3. Okay, and we lost again. So we know the next one will be 5. We also have to remember how far we got up so that we can get back there again. So that's something to always pay attention to as well. All right, now it's time to bet again. Okay, and we got a win, but we're not back up there, I don't believe. Not quite, we're just a little bit short, so we're going to try to get one more win there. Okay, and we got it. Now we're back above where we had previously won. So now we're up 11, so we need to remember that number 11 as we go forward. And we're back to dollars on each. Okay. So again, we just rebet when you're winning with this system. Okay, another win. Now we're up $13. And when you bet small amounts like this, it's okay to just win $20 or $30 a day when you're risking very little. But there's another loss. So remember, we're not gonna bet. We have to remember we were at 13, and then we're going to increase by 2 units once we don't hit a third 12, which we did not. So now it's time to go from 1 to 3, increase 2 units, and we're going to spin. Okay, let's see if we're back there, and we did actually get back there. So we can restart because we're up 14. We were up 13. So back to $1 on first and second 12. But the cool thing about this system, the original part of this system, is that if you hit a bunch of third 12s in a row, it won't hurt you because you won't be spending on those ones. But the real thing I like about this is going from 1 unit to 2 units, because a lot of times the reason you get in trouble with this system is because it takes so many times when you get behind to catch back up that you keep hitting third 12s. So by increasing by 2 units and starting smaller, that takes advantage of that. So now we're going to spin without betting. See how that 30 didn't hurt us at all? So now we're going to spin again. Even if we got 20 in a row at third 12, it wouldn't hurt us. Okay, now it's time to bet again. We're going to increase by 2 units to $3. Okay, we got it. Remember, we were at 14. Let's see what we're at now. We're at 15, so we can restart. And back on first and second 12 again. Okay, another win. We're up $16. And another thing to remember is, like I was saying before, if you only win $20 a day, if you did that for 30 straight days, that'd be $600. So remember that. And because the risk is much lower. So if we hit a 0, it's just like a third 12. We're going to spin without betting. But we have to remember we were up $16. Okay, and we can bet again because we didn't hit a third 12. Okay, so we're going to go from 1 to 3 units. Okay, we won. So now we're up $17, so we can start back over. Okay, and we lost. So now we're going to spin without betting. Remember, we were up 17. That's key, is remembering where you were. Okay, now we can bet again. Okay, we lost. So the next one we know is going to be $5. But we have to remember we were up 17. So don't forget that. Okay, we can bet again. Now it's a $5 bet. But again, remember we were up 17. And we're not there yet, so we have to rebet and try to get another win. Okay, and we lost. So we have to remember we were at 5, so the next one's going to be 7, but we're not going to spin. I'm sorry, we're not going to bet on the spin. Okay, so we can bet again. Now it's going to be $7. We're going to remember we were up 17. Okay, we got a win. So now we're up 11. So now we're going to rebet and try to get another win at $7. And we did. So I think we're back up to where we're supposed to be. Up 18, yep. So we can start back over at 1. But the beauty of this is we've only got to $7 and we're increasing 2 units at a time. So there's no way we would ever reach a table maximum. The only way you could lose with this system would be if you just went back and forth forever with, after you waited, you hit a third 12 again and again and again. And anything's possible in roulette, but this is a system that is going to be very, very safe. And let's go ahead and spin. Okay, we're up 19, so we're getting close to that original $20 goal. Because again, when you're playing with dollars, winning $20 is pretty good. We're not quite there yet though, we just lost, so we know our next bet's going to be $3. But we're going to sit out, and remember that we were up 19. Okay, it's time to bet again. Back to $3. Okay, we got it. Now we reached our $20 goal. And you can keep going with this because, like I said, it is very, very safe because you're never going to get near the table maximum. And eventually, if you went really far with this, you'd have to just wait until you won a 3 or 4 or 5 in a row to catch back up and get ahead. And that will eventually happen. The key to this is we're starting with dollar units, so we have a lot to play with. And you can pick how much you want to start with this. Obviously, anytime you play, the more you start with, the better chance you have of being patient and waiting it out. But I think this is a really, really good adjustment and system for low rollers to get consistent wins every day and avoid losing, which I think there's a lot of people, again, out there that they just don't want to lose. They want to find something that consistently wins, even if it is small wins. And for those martingale people that are out there like using Christopher Mitchell's strategies, this could be a breath of fresh air for those people to not have to worry about busting and never reaching the table maximum. And always start out small like we did with dollar units and start with as much of a startup fund as you can. And I think that's really, really smart way of doing it. You could also do this same thing with Lenny's system, those that are familiar with that, and start with dollar units and go up 2, back 1. You could use that as well. But I really like this modification, so I hope you try it. And if you're using a system, something like this, please let me know if it's working for you. I'd love to make a video and showcase your video on the channel. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please hit the red subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. Also ring that bell for notifications because I have new content releasing every single day of the week at 8 a.m. And this is the Roulette Master. And have a great day.